Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and today I want to show you or give you an update with my plant collection, and also I will show you how I decorate my home with my plants and also some thrifted items. So right here, as you can see, this is where we put our kitchen island. It is very small. It can fit two island table or bar stool. So because we have a small home, so we try to maximize every space, and as much as possible I want to put items that we use more often. Here, being that we use this island for snack, I put this napkin holder, which I love. I got this from TJ Maxx. And this one, so everything in this stand actually came from a thrift store. It was either like $1 or $2. So, and this is where we put our spices, salt, pepper. And then next is this age looking vessel. So most of the home designer or interior designer, they love using vessel to decorate a home with faux plants, and I love using vessel too, aged vessel, but I love using real plants instead of fake ones. So this one, I got this from Hobby Lobby. It was 50%. So when you're lucky to go there, and sometimes their vases are 50%, and at that time when I came there it was 50%, so I grabbed a few and I love it. Oh, by the way, before I put my ficus in here, I lined this with Ziploc bag, just so it won't, because this is porous and it's not intended to put plants or water, or else the water will seep through it. So I lined it with a large Ziploc, and then that's where I put the soil and the plants. And so far it's liking the space. When I got this, is actually very short, and now it got taller. And then, oh, this one, that one I got that from a vintage store near me. I don't know what is this called, but this is actually a garland, which I just made it into a wreath. You can see, like, I put a wire in there to hold it in place. And this one, I love this cake stand. I got this from Target. It's very lightweight. This is where I usually put my baked goods. I didn't bake this one, I bought that one. But if I bake some cupcake or other baked goods, this is where I put them, so people see it and then they grab it, they eat it. And I like this small island because this is where I usually drink my coffee, read some paper or magazine. This is actually my spring magazine. This is where I order my seeds for my garden. And here, I don't know if you saw my first plant tour. So my plants are still there. Actually, I had to trim this one. I had to trim that the other day because it was like touching the floor. So yeah, I actually love them. It's probably too much. So this floating shelves, we added that And then I decorated it with our plates, you know, potteries, and mostly the hanging plants. So I think in decorating the shelves, hanging plants, you know, work the best compared to putting, let's say, like, you know, a tall plant like that. Of course it's not gonna fit, but I think it adds aesthetic. It makes the shelves beautiful and put together without making them look messy. And we also added this rack where I put or I hang my apron. I actually have a lot of collection for of aprons. Mostly I got them from TJ Maxx. They are very, very reasonable. I love shopping there. And this is where I put my garden hats. And this is where I put my lunch bag for work, so it's easy. I just grab it and put my snack in there and good to go. We also added this rack for my mugs, and as you can see, this one I actually just added that too, to hold my saucer. So it's kind of my cup and saucer. And this one, I got this from Etsy. It's very beautiful, and I just tie it here. This one, I like this one. This is actually came from, you know, the table napkins. They wrap it with this one, so I saved them because I said, you know, sometimes you can use them, and for that matter I use it for here, and it actually work for me because, as you notice, most of my decor you know, have blue in it. So it works perfectly fine. I know this one looks like Christmassy because of the red, but I still like it. And this is my coffee area where I make my coffee every morning or every night before I go to work. And this one, I got this from TJ Maxx a long time ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I love it because it's very compact, where you can put your cups in here, your tea, coffee, and milk. Oh no, this is chocolate, hot chocolate. This one I use this out because this is heavy also, so I use this for ginger or my chili or whatever, or sometimes I use it for garlic too. And another coffee mug holder. I know I have so many mugs. So this house is not a minimalist because, like I said, I have too much mugs. Okay, next is this what you call it, my recipe stand. So this recipe stand came from Williams Sonoma. I love the look of it. You can see that it's very well made. And I put my favorite recipe book here. I always make pizza, so sometimes it gives me like a different option to make pizza. So this is where I put it. And next is this weighing scale. This is actually a vintage weighing scale. I bought that from Marketplace for a few dollars, and I really like the look of it, so I put it in my kitchen. And like I said, I have a small house, so we have to maximize every space. So I actually I use it as a stand for my plant, as you can see. And next to that is my stand-up mixer. Now this thing is very heavy. If I put that away every time I use it, and I put it away every time I'm done using it or putting it out, it's just not feasible for me. It would break my back. So instead I just put it here in my kitchen, so it serves as a decor, but also it's very efficient because, like I said, I use it to when I make pizza or I bake something. You just pull it out and use it and clean it, and it's there. And here is my peperomia, still thriving. So most of my pots, I love this one. I love the texture. So most of my pots, I got them from TJ Maxx because, like, again, I like shopping there because the prices are very reasonable. And another peperomia here, another blue one. You see, I love pottery with blue. And the ricer, also got that from TJ Maxx. Another peperomia. And this one is my Hoya. And this one, I get this from a local vintage store for a few, I think it was like $3. And I love it. So I use it, I put it here. So when I make pizza or I make something, it's just here. And I love the cutting boards, and most of them I got them from TJ Maxx. So I just use them for fruits and veggies. And then this one, I like this hand soap. So, you know, I try to make the house not so cluttery. So actually they're like mismatched. But this one is actually, I just refilling that with my hand soap. And this one, when that's done, I want to replace it with similar like this because I like the look of this bottle. Not so much for this. All right. So I always put a towel or hand towel in here. This is just to dry my hand or wipe the, you know, wipe the sink. So it's okay. This one, another ficus. I love my ficus. And if you can see, this vase, I actually got the from TJ Maxx, and it's beautiful because you see like the texture. It's and then with the blue lining in there, I love it. So I literally just put the plant in there. So this one, I didn't have to line it with anything because it is a vase. It's in, you can put water, or it's not, you know, sipping, the water won't sip out the vase because it's not porous, it's actually lined inside, or actually glazed inside. And it's been grown so fast. I like this window. So probably, so like I said, you know, instead of putting faux plants in the beautiful vases, why not put real ones, you know, where you can enjoy them. This is very, so ficus, very low maintenance. How I water this one, I typically just, you know, lift that. If I feel like they are light, I would water it. So love it. Okay, now I also like using a dish, what do you call it, a dish towel to dry my dishes, because sometimes you have a lot of dishes, so you just put some here to dry. Oh, this one, I actually got these copper pots from Etsy. They were a set of 6. It's graduated sizes, and I love it. It's very lightweight but very beautiful. So I like the patina on it, So if you want it polished, you can polish it all the time, but I didn't have time to polish them all the time. And then this is where I put my flower. I got this from at home together with this one. So however, these three, I got those from TJ Maxx, and they are, you know, they're very beautiful. I put, this is where I put my flower. And here I actually added this wine rack, two of them, and I know they're not the same sizes of wine bottles or wine glass. I actually got those from a thrift store. My husband doesn't like it because like different sizes, but maybe some, you know, maybe one day I'll find some cheap ones in thrift store with the same sizes. Maybe I'll change that. Also here we added this one too, the wine rack, because this is, you know, I was tired looking at this empty spot, so I look online, measure this space here, and I actually found not perfect size, because you can see there's still a space there, but you know what, it worked, so I liked it. So that's where I put our wine. And here, this is where we put our more liquor. We're not a drinker, by the way. It's just sometimes, you know, there's a occasion, so we drink occasionally. I also like this one, the oil dispenser from TJ Maxx. I love it. And another one for my olive oil. And I also put this oh, this one I got this from TJ Maxx too, this holder. The same thing with this one. And of course, being that I'm from upstate New York, I think it's just fitting to have you know, New York maple syrup. So I love making French toast. My husband loved French toast, so we always have maple syrup from upstate New York. We have a lot of farmers or farms around our area that sells them, and the same thing with honey from upstate New York. And this is where I put my calendar. I haven't updated that. Okay, and we are going back to this side here. All right, so this plant, I don't know, it doesn't look happy, but it's still alive, so I guess it's all right. And this one, this rock right here, I got this from TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx didn't pay me anything, okay? I just love to shop there. So it was a clearance section for $3 because it was broken. So if we actually remove the hook here, so this one we remove the hook, you can see. I know I should have stained that to make it the same color so it's not obvious, but I haven't got there yet. And then I put my own rack that I bought from Lowe's. So this is where I put my pot holder. So, you know, it's very efficient because every time I cook, I just get my pot holder. You know, it's close to my stove. And again, blue color. So I guess to make it uniform, I like blue color. I don't know what it is, but I like blue color in linen and pottery. So there you go. All right, this one I got this from this cast iron, I love cooking in them. I got this one from our local antique store for $25. Now, before, I wasn't really sure, or I wasn't aware of, like, you know, quality of cast iron, but I always used cast iron. However, they are very heavy. So when I went to this local antique store and I left this one, and I said, oh, it's actually not that heavy. So when I flip it in the back, I said, okay, it's Griswold. I didn't even know what Griswold was. So when I went there to the local antique store, there's like 3 sets of this. I think one is 7, this one is 8, the one I got, and the other one is, I forgot, or 9 or 10. So I got one instead, because for me, spending $25-$30 in a thrift store or antique store, for me that's expensive. So I only bought one, and when I came home, I clean it, season it, you know. So I got this about maybe a few years ago. I re-seasoned this like recently. So I really like it that I actually search online, like, you know, I want another one, a bigger one. And I didn't realize they're actually expensive. They're like more than $200, or some like more than $100. So you know, I said if I should have known, I should have bought the other set, but that's okay. And like I said, I just re-seasoned this one, and the reason why I like using it, because it's very, very smooth, like the surface of this one. So it's like non-stick. And in the back, it says made in USA. Now this one, I got this from Marketplace. I didn't spend $20 or $30, unfortunately. But like I said, it's an investment. So this one is the bigger one. It's the number 9 Griswold. So I re-seasoned that, and I love the look of it. I really do. It's kind of inspired me to cook more, I think, having a good cookware. All right, and oh, this one right here. So sometimes if I cook something, you know, that I don't want to smell, I just light the candle. And then this one, another pottery with blue coloring in it. So so why do I have this here? Sometimes you know, if I want to add water for my pots, or when I'm cooking, I just take this one, rinse it, and put water. So, and this, my crack, this is where I put my utensils anyway. Oh, and my chilies, I'm drying them for the seeds. I know I'm late starting my peppers this year. Anyway, all right, this one, I also got this from thrift store. When I got these, this is actually looking very, very black, dingy. You can't tell that it's, you know, copper. But when home, I got it for $3. So I went home, cleaned it, polished it, and it looks pretty. And actually the inside looks very clean. So this is not just for show. I can, you know, I can use that to heat water for tea or something. This one, I also got this from thrift store. However, unfortunately, I think this is just copper plated. It's not real as this one. And then another copper that I got, I believe, from Etsy. And a spoon rest, oops, from TG Maxx. Oh, By the way, I just want to show you what's, you know, how it looks outside. So that's my garden right there, and that's my greenhouse. I can't wait to start my garden this year. My flowers and my veggies, and our barn. Okay, now we move on to our dining table. So this one is red because I actually put them during holiday season. I haven't changed it. The cover, the chair cover. I usually use blue. I like the blue color, but like I said, I didn't have a chance to change that yet. I also love this table napkin. It's very like farmhouse looking, I guess. It's made of cotton, so it's very, you know, comfy when you use it. And this one, I love using this rattan placemat. I believe they are 14 inches in diameter. I got them from, well, no, Amazon. I got them from Amazon. All right, so going to here, it's very bright. So this is our sliding door going outside to our deck. It's a mess right now because that's where we store our picnic table. Anyway, here is my beautiful Taneke. I used a plant stand, kind of elevate the plant, and then I at the lowest, and then I added this beautiful aglaonema. I love it. Look at that. Very nice. I love the color of it. All right, and then in this corner, another, you know, more aglaonema. I think this is the red ruby. And more of my plants here. So you can see it's actually starting to like, I have to like detach the roots because some of them were like climbing up the rock wall there, but I don't want them to attach to the wall. All right, so this buffet or hutch, I got this from Wafer. I really love it. That's where I put my placemats, my extra pots and pans, what else, my table napkins, placemats, and other things. This one, I got these from garage sale at one time. Yeah, I love teapots. So as you can see, I collected them. I haven't used it yet, but I love it. Okay. All right, I want to step back so you can see my orchid wall. So that's my orchids. I told my husband I want orchid wall, so we added this 3 shelves. I actually wanted a floating shelves, but it's okay. And we added a supplemental grow lights on this side, and then 2 in the middle, and then 2 on that side. And aside from the grow light, they're actually getting light from this door right here, sliding door. So that, I love all of them. Okay, now I want to come closer. Look at that one. It's so adorable. And they've been blooming actually. Let me see. They've been blooming since November. And it is now February, going to March. And they are still blooming, which I'm not complaining. Look at that one. So which one is your favorite, guys? I know, sitting in this table while eating and looking at that is just amazing. You know, so that's the reason why I wanted my orchid wall that side, because like I said, it's getting light from this side and it's actually aesthetically pleasing to the eye, especially when you're sitting here on this table. And I don't know, it kind of appetizing, I guess, when you eat. What do you think? So my favorite, all of them is my favorite, but look at that one. I like that one. My husband liked that one on the top right there. He likes that. For me, I love all of them anyway. But look at this one. Look at that. It's very beautiful. If you can see, they have more buds coming out. Look at that. Okay, and then on this side, that's where I put my ZZ plants, my pilea, and then more plants. This is where I put my monstera. I know they're like crowded looking already. Maybe I'll remove one, I don't know. So I put, you know, a lot of plants in one section, and then I put a grow lights, actually 3 grow lights, if you can see there, to supplement the light. It gets light from this window, but to supplement it, I added more here. All right, in this one, another vessel I got from Hobby Lobby, and the fake flowers. So because there's not enough light for this spot that I can't put any plants, so I just put faux plants or faux flowers. And more of my hanging plants. Okay, and then in this side right here, philodendron. I have 2 philodendron here. And then my aglaonema. I love this aglaonema. This is actually very huge. Another red ruby. Yeah, there's like a bunch of plants in there. And another philodendron. I also added a grow lights to supplement. So all of my grow lights, they're on timer. They turn on automatically around 9 a.m. turn off at 4 p.m. So actually my electric bill, it's not that much, which I'm surprised. I thought with the grow lights and everything, are because we use natural gas. I don't know if that's make difference. I think it did. Okay, so I added a mirror in this side right here, because before I just, this wall kind of looked bare, and I wanted to add something like a picture frame or something, but instead I added a a window. It's a mirror window. It is a mirror, which is actually very nice because if it reflects the light. And then I have more bottles here that gets most of its lights from this door right here. I need to fertilize them soon. And this is what our home looks like from this. Okay, oh, you know what, we go here. This one, I got this clock, I got that one from JCPenney. I love it because, looks rustic with black metal and the wood tone. So works great, and I think it works for my space. So, in this wall I put some faux hanging plants, and this basket I got this from Amazon. And then this one, this stand right here, this is where I put my recipe and whatnot. I got that from TJ Maxx. And then another photos. So this shelves right here, this is where I put my watering can, my fertilizer. So everything plant related I put here in the basket. And look at this Lomi. This is one of my favorite also. Their customer service is very good. It's great. I got this for, I'm not sure, over a year, close to a year. And the bucket, I messaged them because I said the bucket need to be replaced, it was broke, and they sent me one right away. It's they said it was under warranty, so I didn't have to pay anything for it, which is great. And I love this. I love using this for our leftover food, vegetables, any food, kitchen scraps. So I put it in there and then put it in a cycle. It kind of crush it up, or eggshells, crush it up and dry it, and then I would dump it in my garden. So the reason why I bought this one, I know this is a little pricey, but you have to wait when they go on sale. They would go for like $2.99, but for me it's well worth it because our kitchen doesn't smell like rotten food because of the garbage, and it actually decreased our garbage disposal because we just put our food scraps in there, and I think it runs for like 3 hours or so, and after that I just remove it and dump it in the garden. So for my review, I think I would give them a 5-star review. Customer service and the use of it. All right, another philodendron here. You can see the leaves. So I admit this plant doesn't get enough light. That's why they look like leggy. Usually spring, summer, I put them outside to, you know, rejuvenate, so they get some sunlight in my greenhouse or outside in a porch. And then my snake plants. I mean, who doesn't like snake plants? They are indestructible. You can grow them and forget about them, literally. I love them. And that's my other plants. So I actually use a plant stand. It's a 2-tier plant stand. No, three. Two of them as hanging plants, and then my snake plant. I love it. So it is low light, require less watering. I love it. All right, so this one, it's actually a copper egg holder. I found this in the barn actually. So I was clearing the barn, putting some space, you know, making some space, and I found that. This one is actually fake eggs, but you know, it's a hen. It's a copper hen with eggs inside, and I think, you know, it looks cool. So I put this in as my kitchen decor. Okay, so here you can see this stair right here. This is actually going down to the basement. It needs a lot of work, so that's still not done. And this is our dog's you know, feeding station. I found out this one. I got this from our local antique store, and I like it because I think it's like farm looking, you know. I don't live in a farm, but I love the look of it. I love the farmhouse look decor, so I got this. And the same thing with the vintage rolling pin. Do I use all of them? Only one. I only use one, but I guess it's a collection. And more of my collection of my copper that I hang on this side of the kitchen. The coriander, I got that from Marketplace. So it's either I got them Marketplace, a vintage store, or a thrift store. Okay, oh, this one. So I like our garbage, you know, disposal here. So this is the garbage, this is the recyclable there, the garbage and recyclable area. So like I said, they don't smell because we don't put our food left over there or any vegetables. Oh, I also like this tiny space on the side. You can, you know, you barely notice it. But like I said, being that we have a small house, so every house, every nook and cranny, we make it, you know, usable. So this is where I put my ladder, a 2-step ladder, so I can reach, you know, that cabinet up there. So it's just easily, I can just tuck it in there, and you can never tell it's there. All right, guys, so I think that's it. Like I said, we have a small house, so I think our house is filled with plants and orchids, but I love it. So I think home decor is more subjective. You know, you put what you love and what works for your space in your home. And for me, I love plants and I love flowers. And I love thrifted or vintage items also for my space. So tell me what you think. How do you like my orchid wall? Do you like them? And how about my plants? Are they too much? It's probably too much, but for me it's never too much. And what do you think about putting real plants in the vessel like this one and that one? All right guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye now.